Hi. Okay. Big break in. I think I spoke last in Budapest. Don't even think I did Istanbul. It's too busy, too noisy. So Budapest was awesome, but I had to get out. Needed to move on. And I decided to try Istanbul on the way to India. So I stayed there like 4 or 5 days, and my word, what a organised chaos that place was. Beeping of car horns, people crossing roads whenever they wanted, but then cars crossing intersections whenever they wanted and kind of not hitting each other. Real bizarre. Some really cool mosques, like they were really beautifully made, and just the detail in them was huge. But again, I needed to move on, so I didn't really stay around much. I basically went to both places with looking at dental ideas, just to see what it would cost to get some dental work done. And I decided against it on both places, and I moved on. So I booked a flight to Mumbai after trying to get a visa, and I applied for the visa, and it said it was processing by email. And I got on the flight, and I stopped in Sharjah in the United Emirates, and that's where I had like an 18-hour wait. So I got a hotel. It was shit. It was a horrible hotel, but I only needed it for like 12 hours to sleep, so it was fine. It smelled musty. It was just, it wasn't nice at all. So Sharjah, went back to the airport, got ready to board, had my boarding pass and all that sort of thing. Went to board the plane, and they said, "Have you got your visa?" I went, "No, it's not come through yet." And, "Well, we can't let you on without the visa, otherwise we have to bring you back. If you turn up there and you haven't got one, we have to pay for it for you to come back." I'm like, okay, cool, not even going to argue this, because I'm obviously wrong. I've obviously not got what I need. Sweet, can you make sure my bag doesn't get on the plane, and I'll go to Thailand instead? And so that's what they did. They took my bag off, and I bought a ticket to Thailand, and off I went. Turns out I emailed them about their visa, and they weren't processing it because they hadn't taken the money. So there'd been a glitch on when I'd signed up and when I'd done it, and so they hadn't taken the money, so therefore they weren't processing it anyway. So if I had have turned up in India, they would have deported me because I had no visa. Thailand it was. And Thailand was awesome. Bangkok was kind of cool to wander around for a few days. I met a few people. I met people on the street taking photos and talked to them. Not locals, but other travellers. It was a bit of a culture shock for me. It was something different. It wasn't quite so Western. There were certain parts, like there were shopping malls and stuff too. But it was different. It was a nice step. People very friendly, very, very friendly. So I did Bangkok and I did Phuket. Phuket was just real tourist based, and I kind of liked it, but it wasn't authentic in any way. And I did start to wonder how authentic places are being now when the Western world has sort of influenced so much. Asia was highly influenced through the Vietnam War with like the Americans, whether it was them fighting or whether it was just them taking R&R in places like Chiang Mai and Thailand, and it's become normal. And as I'm wandering around, I was kind of wondering at how much was lost or how much has been evolved and changed, so that now things are starting to seem the same no matter where you go. Not completely, but you just feel there's more of a similarness to everything I already know. Anyway, I went from Phuket up to Chiang Mai, and that was cool. That was a different kind of scene. It still had these sort of westernized type places, but it wasn't so condensed. There was a ton of temples. Beautiful place. I actually really like Chiang Mai, and I will go back. So I hung around. I did a Thai boxing match. That was really cool. Dragged on for a while. Left a bit early, but that's only 1 or 2 fights early because it had dragged on longer than it should have. But for brutal fighting. I mean, people just getting knocked out by taking a kick on the shin, and that's it. They couldn't stand. So yeah, it was impressive to watch. And then moved on, and I had applied for my visa for India properly this time, and this time it was a year visa because it gave me more flexibility. So here I am. I'm in Delhi. Been here about 4 days. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. It's kind of a beautiful chaos. If I thought Istanbul was bad with its traffic and Thailand was a bit bad with its traffic too, India is just nuts. It's like they believe you have to beep your horn every 2 minutes. So it's constant noise. It's not even that it's a dense population, it's the methods in which they work with. And yeah, I haven't fully made up my mind yet. I haven't fully made up my mind on how I feel about India yet. It's exciting, scary, it's just so different. So that's where I'm at the moment, and I'll give you a bit of an update once I have a bit more time in India to see what I actually think. Feeling a bit fuzzy and unfocused. I'm not sure what that's all about. Flights have been knocking me for 6, and so I've needed to rest after those. So hopefully that clears up, because it's like I'm just feeling really almost like I'm jet lagged, but I'm not. So we'll see. Anyway, miss you guys. Hope everything's all good, and I'll keep up. See ya.